how Raspberry Pi Zero module can be configured in a headless. Headless means without connecting in your Raspberry Pi Zero module to any of the LCD monitor, which are LED monitor or a TV, and then a Bluetooth, and then sorry, that's a USB port, USB mouse, and then a USB keyboard. Basically, without using a monitor, keyboard, and then a mouse. So, just first let me start with the begin with introduction of what is Raspberry Pi Zero module, Zero W module. So I'm not will not talk about much about a Raspberry Pi itself. I understand. I assume people know that, but this is a since it is a new module, I'm trying to explain. This is Raspberry Pi Zero. This is a Raspberry Pi Zero WO module. This WO module is a new chip. Earlier to W that Raspberry Pi Zero, W variant differs from Bluetooth and the Wi-Fi connectivity. Earlier Wi-Fi connectivity is also was there, but Bluetooth was not there. Now this both Bluetooth and Wi-Fi connectivity is there. Okay, let's begin. What Raspberry Pi Zero W module has is two USB ports, two micro USB ports, and one HDMI connector, micro SD card holder, and then one CSI camera connector. And these are whatever it looks is dotted lines are 40 pin GPIO ports. Pins are not come by default. This is just to help a user to whoever want they can use it by using a connector, only soldering on a connector. Otherwise, it's not required. One is this is a power source, and this is a data source for a via USB. And headless configuration means just today I'm going to show you what is the how we can configure a Raspberry Pi Zero module when you first flash a any OS. I'm taking a what is that Debian Raspbian OS. Just tell you which one I used. I This is what I have used. I had downloaded an image and already burnt it just to save a time. Uh, it's a Raspbian stretch release, and then show you what software I have used for burning a SD OS and a SD card. This is what I have. This is Win32 disk imager. It can be used for burning a OS and SD card in a Windows platform. And I have that one. Just I will mount it. Yeah, insert it, and these are the steps which I'm going to follow for configuring the Raspberry OS using a wireless module. First, what we have to do is create a SSH file, any file which is empty. Whether content does not matter, whether you put something, it's empty file does not matter. Even ssh.txt also fine. And then the file name called WPS applicant configuration file with this data. The WPS applicant file contains your Wi-Fi router I name, SSID, and then its password to connect, and in that should be in a boot directory. Whenever you move boot directory, whatever it is there, you have to create like boot directory. Its name is SSH. You can leave that .txt, just taking out, and then I create another one file called WPS applicant, and name it paste it in Notepad plus that WPS applicant file. So what I do is this is what my Wi-Fi router ID and then a password anything that you give in a Wi-Fi router and then I will I type it and I will store it. You can see that one. This is a SSH file is a 0 WPS applicant config file with 62 bytes, which has a Wi-Fi router credential. And now dismount it. Okay. What the reason I'm creating SSH and WPS applicant is that as soon as a Raspberry Pi port, it try to find a SSH file. If it is there, it enable SSH, and then try to read a WPS ticket. If it is there, just use that file and put it in a etc WPS applicant location path, and then it uses the credential put inside that file to connect to router, and your Wi-Fi router will give a IP address. Now question is that how do I find a which IP is given assigned to Raspberry Pi. Now for that what I am using is that just a very simple and efficient tool. It's of course it's a free is advanced IP scanner. Advanced IP scanner. You can see it in you can get it from a Google. This is what advanced IP scanner. Just download it. It's a free. What it does is that just scans in your Wi-Fi network for a free any IP assigned. So if it is assigned, it gets its information, basic information, and displays here. First one is my laptop. Another one would be my mobile. I think believe my mobile has enabled Wi-Fi and connect to my same router. That's a mobile. So now we can see it's scanning. Let it scan. Once it finishes, I will show you what are the things, what all IPs it is discovered. Meanwhile, just will put my SD card into Raspberry Pi Zero module because it comes up with the inbuilt Wi-Fi. Just I will clear out all. Earlier, it was it identified the 1968 1.11 was assigned to my file. So just I'm repeating the same. So I will delete it. And then another one is that yeah, these are my other IPs, which is here blue means it's available. Gray means earlier when it ran, it collected information. Now it is not there, so that's fine. So now what I do is just I power on my Raspberry Pi module, and as soon as it powers on, around it takes around 30 to 50 seconds to connect to boot completely, and then connect to Wi-Fi request IP and assign it to wireless interface on that Raspberry Pi Zero module. Now, yes, around. Let me just wait for another 20 seconds. Meanwhile, I can go through the steps again. Created a SSH empty file, then created a WPS applicant on a boot directory with this below content. This is your Wi-Fi router SSID and then a password. And basically, essentially, this is what is enough network related details. This also better to have because sometimes it won't work. So that's what my experience. And I am using IP scanner to scan the IP. Now I will issue a scan again. By that time, my now when at this time now my IP, my Raspberry Pi might have got IP from my Wi-Fi router. it's identifying. Let's see how much. Yeah, yeah. With the interest of the other audience, just go through what is Raspberry Pi. Raspberry Pi module is a small computer on a chip concept where all the processor and everything will be in a single chip. For example, this is a ARM based chip. This is the processor, and then it's a double-sided PCB, and it has a all the required component inside this means to make it as a one OS to run a particular OS. Anyways, basically Raspbian is from a Debian where is a Debian variant which is supported by official supported by Raspberry Pi, and even Fedora variant is also supported, and even it supports Raspberry Pi supports a Windows IoT also. So we can see this is the one. My Raspberry Pi got a IP. Raspberry Pi 192.168 1.11 Raspberry Pi Foundation. Basically, whenever you get any Raspberry Pi, it will have its default name. That's here. Now Raspberry Pi WM module comes up with this default name. Just I do a SSH to this 192.168 1.11 Pi. Just I'm showing that it's already booted. Now you can see this is Raspberry Pi ls etc WPS applicant WPA. This file has a this is what it created. By default, it won't the file won't be there. So we have to create, but without using any monitor, keyboard, and mouse, we able to assign IP and log into Raspberry Pi. And this is how it's steps. It's very simple. No need to scratch your head. Just use IP scanner and then this method, that's enough. Thank you.